Hi there. Starting off with my bare face. Oh well, not that good. Full of pigmentation. I need to cover that out. I'm using my MAC Studio in the color C6. Not one of my favorite foundation, but I thought this would be perfect to use right now. I am just going to take a drop or two on the back of my hand and use my Tarte foundation brush, which is one of my favorite brush, to buff it up on my face. So I just dip it and then buff it. Now once I'm done with the first step of foundation, I realized that I haven't done enough of coverage that I was actually looking for. So I went in for a little bit more of that foundation, probably a drop or two more. This time I decided to just put it on my face in different places as dots and then go through my foundation brush again to get a better coverage. My intention is not to have a complete caked, baked look, but just to cover the basics of the pigmentation that I have going on right there. Okay, so now I'm making sure that I have blended in my foundation onto my face so we don't have any rough edges. That's my smile. Alright, so moving on. The foundation is done. Now I am going for my concealer. Because I have a lot of dark circles under my eye, obviously, I use the Estee Lauder Illuminator in light medium. So what this really does is also corrects my under eye problem. What they say is that in continual use of this product, my under eye area could get better. For some reason, I have found it very useful to use my fingers to blend this product out. I have tried using my beauty blender, I have tried using my brush, concealer brush, but it really doesn't blend that well. I find it sort of blends with my foundation only with my fingers, and you guys can see the difference. Obviously the eye that I have the illuminator on, and the one that I don't have it on. So I'm applying it to the next eye and blending it. So now that's done. I'm happy. So the next step would be for me is to do my powder. I'm using the MAC Studio Fix, which is again one of my favorite powders. I think that if you are going out, don't want too much of coverage, makeup coverage, you can just put this on and be happy. This brush I'm using is from Real Techniques. I don't remember the brush name right now, but I'm going to put that in my channel in the video description. Just buffing it out, buffing off all the oiliness and the shine, excess shine that's not really required. Don't forget your neck. Just put it around your eye and all of that. Taking my favorite eyebrow dip brow by Anastasia Beverly Hills. No other eyebrow gel or pencil or any other form of eyebrow drawing does as good a job like this one. I love using it and using the Anastasia Beverly Hills brush in number 12, I believe. I have broken my brush into half, guys. I mean, I am such a silly goose. What's new? All I'm doing is just applying it in the areas where I have some bald spots, if you can say that. Just giving it some color, you guys. I'm not going to draw as much into a shape like an arc and all of that, because I believe that is something that you need to do as a part of a full-fledged high cake bake sort of a makeup. I'm just going for a very natural look sort of a thing here. No much art on my face. Once that is done, my eyebrows, the most important part, I am going for my I don't know what do they really call this, you guys. I mean, I try to sort of use it as a bronzer. I also try to buff my face using it. The description of the product is just that it's a bronzer for medium to dark skin tone people by a brand called Physicians Formula. I haven't used many um, products by these brand, but I really have started liking this particular product because it sort of gives a shine, a bronzy shine on your face. It also helps you buff out as a powder if you would like to use that. All I'm doing here right now is just, buffing it on my face, making sure the shine is gone. Nothing much, just making sure my neck is also touched. That's basically it of the whole look. Now moving on to my favorite blusher. This is by NARS, and I believe this blush is called Outlaw. I am going to put it in my video description, the exact name of the blush. It's sort of a pinkish brownish blush, and I think it's very beautiful when applied on Indian skin tone women, or rather a very dark skin tone or medium skin tone women. You guys can see how pigmented this blush is. It just immediately lit up my face with that pink burst. I'm just buffing a little bit of the blush at my chin area, the leftover ones on my forehead, and a little bit on the tip of my nose. Moving on to my favorite highlighter. I think highlighter just changes the look of a makeup. The one that I'm using is Benefit Cosmetics. This one, I'm again going to put that description in the box. All I'm doing it is just putting a little bit in the bridge of my nose, on my forehead, my chin, and then the side of my cheeks, on the chin, not the side of my cheeks. And once that is done, I'm going to make, of course, the cupid pose. How can I forget that? Once that is done, I am going to take my foundation brush by NARS and just push it to my skin. Buff it basically so that the light is still at the area where you have applied the highlighter, that is, and doesn't spread out all over your face. Around the cheek areas, I am doing sort of a C section, like it's like a C towards, you can see what I'm doing from my eyebrows to my cheekbone. That's what I'm doing. So I just buff it again on my nose, on my forehead, and make sure that it's well blended in. Okay, so now that is done, I am going to take my eyeshadow palette by Bobbi Brown. I believe this is a earth toned palette by Bobbi Brown that I got it for a very discounted rate. I believe it was $30. I'm gonna take the darkest shade from the eye palette and using a buffer brush, I am just going to put it around my crease, both the eyes. And once that is done, I'm going to blend it. Once I feel that the blending is done, I'm going to take the thinner part of the brush and blend out further and start pulling the dark pigmentation towards the eyelids. Now taking another brush, which is a slightly angled brush, I'm going to take the same dark color from the same palette and just start pressing it towards the lower eyelashes. Just follow the lower eyelashes. You don't have to necessarily tight line it or waterline it. Just follow the eyelashes. Now taking a blender brush, I'm going to take the lightest color from the palette and just put it below my eyebrows, like so. Do that to both the eyebrows. Now, once that is done, I am going to move forward to the lips. Now, I thought red lipstick would be a perfect choice for a Kerala sari. Think about all the gold and the white sari, the golden border, the red lipstick. So this lipstick is by Sephora. I'm going to name the color of the lipstick, the name of the lipstick in the video below. It's a very dark red, blue based red, which means it's beautiful on Indian skin tones or skin tones with a darker tinge on them. So, this is how the color looks like. Alright guys, so this is how it looks like. Now making sure that there is no lipstick on my teeth. Well, that's called the O rule, and this is my look. Let me know if you guys like it. If you do like it, please give me a thumbs up and do subscribe.
Hey! So this is my final Malayali Kerala sari look. This is the jewelry from my wedding reception, the one that I'm wearing on my ears and my neck. And as you guys can see that I haven't really done much of high coverage stuff on my face. It's very simple. I've just had just a layer of foundation, no much of coverage and no much of concealer you can find. Because I personally, unless you have a lot of things to cover, but for my face, it's more of pigmentation, galore of pigmentation on my face that I need to cover. Apart from that, I've just kept it very simple. Just the makeup, a little bit of concealer, just eyeshadow, done my brows, things like that. No much of hype out there. And that's usually how, if you're a Malayali, you would understand when you have a lot of elders at home. They would be 80 years, 90 years, and they wouldn't, especially during Vishu, that is, like, they wouldn't really, at least in my family, they don't appreciate much of, makeup and, like, load yourself. Even my grandpa, whenever he sees me with a red lipstick, he would ask me, what are you wearing on your face? And I have to explain, this is makeup, this is normal, this is what everybody does, you know, it's okay. So yeah, just let me know if you guys like this look. And if you do, please like my video and do subscribe to get more of my video updates. Thank you.